Welcome back to Aging Awesome. Today we have with us Wendy Simmons, and we're going to talk about adapting as we get older. So Wendy, how do we do that?
How do we adapt? That a powerful question, loaded and greater than 3 minutes. So anyway, I think, George, how we adapt is to recognize and embrace that we're getting older. And then if we find we have conditions that are challenging us along the way, to seek resources that can support us in gathering information for our decision making.
And I think from the time we're born, we've learned to adapt in everyday life. And we've adapt. Then once we get to a certain point as being a senior, we tend to want everything the same every day. So that sounds like it's probably going to be more difficult to adapt by doing that, to get out of that comfort zone.
You're right, George, you're spot on. You know, it's the familiarity. We do what's comfortable and familiar, even when we can't remember that we didn't do it always that way, and we get a little forgetful, but we don't want change, and we're afraid of change. And we need to really take a look at that.
And that's really hard when you've been in this same dynamics of doing the same thing, is to change, because we know where we are. We're in our sphere and we feel comfortable and safe. And so it's hard as you get older to break out of that sphere and start reaching out for some new challenges, maybe?
Yeah, and keeping optimistic, but challenges are perfect. Or embracing new opportunities. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you sit there and do nothing and age, the old saying, age in place. Well, just don't age in the rocking chair. You really want to age with curiosity that you had when you were younger. So keeping up curiosity, George, I think is important. You're a classic example. Look at you, you're very active and you're aging and awesome. It has to do with determining what brought you passion 10 years before you got older, and see if you can rekindle that.
When it comes to medical issues, how is it for seniors to adapt in a medical situation? Whatever their medical issue may be, they need to learn to adapt around that. Is there a way to do that, to be able to make that next change in life?
Yes, there is, but you shouldn't try to do it alone. When you do it alone, you don't make the best of decisions. You need a sounding board, and that sounding board isn't often family all the way, because they're having the same struggles getting used to you getting older and whatever condition popped up along the way.
Sure.
So I do encourage people to familiarize themselves with all the senior-related resources. You know, we're in a great community that has city senior programs, that has both communities. I know you're statewide in this broadcast, but you know, the community has a boatload of resources. We just have to look for them.
And if we've done enough shows on different activities for seniors, there's something for everybody out there.
So George, a challenge. Are you ready? Although you're pretty spry. Okay.
Sure.
Sitting at home in a chair was a trigger word for me. You ready? Grab the arms of your chair.
Okay.
Up, oops, down. Ready, go. Up, down, up.
I don't know if I can keep up with her.
Down, up, down. We could do that at every commercial, George, that we're watching on television when we're sitting there.
Well, it's funny you
Stand
say
up
that
and down.
because I preach commercial exercise.
Perfect.
Which means when you're watching your show, that's when you can do commercial time. And as you get stronger, then you can flip it the other way, take your breaks during commercials.
Yeah,
So,
and I know we're driving our camera crew crazy, but the point of the story is...
dear, they're already crazy.
Oh, good. Well, they have to put up with us, right,
Yeah,
George?
exactly.
Yeah. Now, the other thing is, you have given me a gift today, because I didn't know you before other than on screen. So the engagement, human engagement, the smile, the interaction, the ability to be playful, that's what we tend to surrender when conditions hit us and when we get older, and we shouldn't do that.
Thank you for the information. Our viewing audience is going to love this. Take it for what she says. Let's get out, start doing something. Learn to adapt. Things change in life, and that's what life is, so let's adapt. So if you're in need of additional resources, feel free to call our number on the screen or go to our website and we can get you more information.